Okay, everybody, we are going to talk about the gas tank hookup. This is a gas tank from an Eton Beamer. This is brand spanking new. This is not even the right cover for this. It's not supposed to be that wiggly. So I gotta replace this cap with something else, but the 4 holes for the bolts right there. This is front facing. This is the rear facing. So at the bottom, make sure that the nibs point towards the front, the handlebars. Okay, and this is how it should look. It's not exactly square, but I'll tell you what I'll tell everybody what I did. This part here with the threads, I could not find one that would fit the bottom threads onto this part. Eton Beamer website does not have it, or any other part that is related to Eton Beamer does not have it. So I had to take a wing and I had to buy this one, and unfortunately those threads were too big. So I took some JB Weld and I slathered it inside of here, okay? And just went and put it on there. I tested it for leakage. I block this, no leakage. Okay, so the connection for this is good. Now, a lot of you want to know, this is the fuel petcock. So which goes where? Now, I had already done a previous video on how exactly a fuel petcock works, but I'm going to do it now by doing a full explanation. You need tubing. This is the tubing that goes to the fuel tank and the carburetor. This, I'm going to use this line to differentiate with the vacuum line, okay? There's 2 nibs on the fuel tank, and there's 2 nibs on the carburetor. Let's go look at the carburetor. Okay, so this is our carburetor. You see that there's a nib right there? There's also a nib right there. So this one right here that my finger's on is where the fuel goes into. So this one hooks directly to the fuel tank with the filter, what you just seen. This one is the vacuum line. Air sucks into this line. When the carburetor is running, this starts to suck with the piston motion. It creates a sucking motion for that. So air goes into here, okay? And this is the oil fuel line, which comes from the oil reservoir, which is this one right here. Okay, so let's go back to the table. Okay, so let's you know what? Where's my thingamabobs here? I'm gonna use these to clamp the tubing onto these nibs. But a lot of you need to know that how this works. So once you get everything all hooked up, and this line is hooked onto there, and this line is hooked onto there. Okay, so what happens is, in order for the fuel to flow through this line, make sure that the fuel valve is open, which it is. This needs to be hooked up to here and go straight to the carburetor, like I said. Now, the vacuum line sucks the air from here. So air is being pulled in that direction by forcefully, okay? If you take a plunger and you suck the air out, there's a little valve that is in there which will open up, allowing the fuel to go down and drain into here, fuel flow. This needs to be hooked up properly in order for the fuel to flow through here, okay? If you suck on this end and you have water in here, you'll see that the water will flow. It will flow through there, and I got a video on that explaining exactly that. So this is how it works, okay? Fuel, vacuum line, fuel, vacuum line, okay? There does not need to be any other connection from here to the carburetor. It's just a tube. The fuel line, however, needs to have this gizmo, which you see there, okay? And all the ends need to be clamped down using any clamp that you want. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how exactly the fuel flow works. In a future video, I will show you that show you actually working, but that is how you do it.